But here's the twist. Nalyssa Smith keeps catapulting herself back into the spotlight, back into the headlines. Once heralded as the future of the Fever, Nalyssa's trajectory with the team is disintegrating rapidly. It's astonishing how quickly the narrative has shifted. Fans and analysts alike are left bewildered. Yet, what unfolds off the court is even more gripping than the game itself. Behind the scenes, a cascade of drama is driving Nalyssa ever farther from the team. This might be the turning point. It feels like she's truly on her way out. You might be wondering, what could possibly be that dire? Hold on, because the inside story we've uncovered is even more bizarre than you might imagine. You'll definitely want to stay tuned for the explosive details. Rewinding to the pivotal moment of the 2022 draft, how did Nalyssa Smith go from the anticipated darling to warming the bench? Remember the exhilaration when the Fever snagged her as the number 2 pick? The Indiana Fever, brimming with confidence, chose Nalyssa Smith from Baylor University. Nalyssa beamed with a game-changing smile, and the team was ecstatic, convinced they had secured a cornerstone player. But fast forward to the present, and the scenario has dramatically altered. It's almost surreal. Nalyssa is now conspicuously absent from team photos. Who's missing from this picture? Who, still under contracts and previously vocal about staying, is notably absent? Yes, it's Nalyssa Smith. Regrettably, it might be time to say, #freer, 10 toes down, #freer, let her go. The situation has escalated to new extremes. Nalyssa's performance has nosedived, setting new personal lows across every statistic. It's as though she's lost her basketball instincts overnight. The same player once poised to usher the Fever into a new era of success is now barely making a dent on the court. And her defensive play? It's nearly laughable. Nalyssa herself has admitted the team's defensive needs, yet how can culture be discussed when one of the most lackadaisical defenders is on your roster? You may suspect it's just a temporary slump, but I assure you the issue cuts much deeper. The drama that's unfolding behind the scenes is leaking into the public eye, and it's chaotic. Coach Stephanie White made headlines with her latest comments, emphasizing a clear message. She wants players who can fully embrace their roles. This seemed like a direct swipe at Nalyssa Smith, suggesting a need for her to reconsider her commitment to the team. White's pointed remarks have fueled further debate over whether Smith's attitude and approach fit with the team's direction. She was unequivocal in her interview, stating, "We need players who will integrate effortlessly with our core 3, including Kawhi Mitchell. We seek individuals who will not only fit, but will eagerly adopt their roles and align with our team culture." The big question now looms. What does the future hold for Nalyssa Smith? Can she redirect her career trajectory, or is her chapter with the Fever drawing to a close? This situation serves as a stark reality check. Talent alone is not sufficient. Players must gel with the team, accept their roles, and steer clear of off-court drama. Unfortunately for Smith, her challenges extend beyond the court. Her family's ongoing social media controversies have wreaked havoc, sparking feuds with fans and airing grievances against the team and its leadership. This behavior has created significant discord within the squad, exacerbating tensions and dividing the locker room. It's difficult for players to disconnect from this drama. While others might simply delete their social media apps, Smith is constantly bombarded with the fallout from her family's actions. The situation continues to deteriorate as Smith's girlfriend adds fuel to the fire, escalating tensions with each new post. Imagine being a Fever fan right now, witnessing your team's internal strife unfold publicly, one tweet at a time. Whenever Nalyssa has a standout moment on the court, even if the team's overall performance dips, her girlfriend's celebratory posts contrast sharply with the team's dynamics. These moments of personal triumph quickly sour, such as the time Smith celebrated a good performance with a tweet that hinted at her fleeting success, underscoring the ongoing challenges she faces within the team framework. This digital drama not only distracts from her gameplay, but also alienates the very fans and teammates she needs by her side. The Indiana Fever has been grappling with a delicate situation, attempting to manage it discreetly, yet Nalyssa Smith and her family's antics keep fanning the flames. The team's public relations staff are in overdrive, constantly battling to smother the latest outbreak of controversy. What started as a professional challenge has morphed into a deeply personal ordeal. The ongoing family drama is alienating Smith further from her team, and insiders now whisper of potential trades to cut ties with the drama. One moment she's the beacon of hope for the franchise, the next, she's embroiled in a tempest of tweets and turmoil. The roller coaster doesn't seem to be slowing down. Amidst this, the looming question is, how much can the Fever endure before decisive action is taken? Moreover, Smith's on-court performance has starkly declined. Watching her defensive efforts is like observing someone who has unlearned the fundamentals overnight. She hesitates, missteps, and leaves gaps wide open, actions that are hard to watch for anyone familiar with her potential as a defensive force. Astoundingly, she ranks as one of the weakest defenders in the WNBA this season, a stark contrast to the athletic prowess she once displayed. More perplexing is the fact that the Fever's defense statistically tightens up when she's benched. The difference is night and day, undoubtedly causing frustration among the coaching staff and her teammates. Digging deeper, Smith's issues seem rooted in a disconnect between instinct and execution. She finds herself in the right spot, only to make illogical decisions, leaping or twisting her body unnecessarily, as if misjudging her own capabilities. Occasionally, it appears she imagines herself as a towering figure like Dwight Howard, poised to make a monumental block, despite her actual limitations. This situation has spiraled into a significant liability for the Fever, a fall from grace that has left both fans and insiders baffled. Could this be the catalyst for her impending exit from Indiana? Beyond her performance, a potential trade looms, one that might not only reshuffle the roster, but also reshape her career trajectory. Whispered discussions suggest Adesabale's involvement in trade scenarios, highlighting a strategic pivot for the Fever aimed at rejuvenation. This is a pivotal moment for Smith. The Fever, once envisioning her as a franchise cornerstone alongside stars like Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, and Aaliyah Boston, now sees her more as an outlier than a leader. The very qualities the team cherishes, cohesion, adaptability, and a seamless fit into their system, are ostensibly the antitheses of Smith's current standing with the team. If a trade involving Sabally materializes, Smith's tenure with the Fever could be nearing its conclusion. As the team focuses on building around its core trio, Smith finds herself on the periphery, looking in, faced with the harsh reality that she may no longer fit the franchise's future. You may be wondering, why can't Nalyssa Smith just adapt to her role? This is the crux of the issue. Smith aspires to be the main star, yet the team needs her to support their core players. It's a classic case of trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It simply doesn't mesh well. Positioning Smith as a fourth option doesn't leverage her abilities effectively. She is more valuable than some teammates, such as Grace Berger, yet offers less to the Fever than to potential other teams. Similar to the Isaiah Thomases of the basketball world, Smith could shine as a primary option on a team built to support her strengths, but her impact diminishes when she's relegated to a lesser role where her weaknesses become more pronounced due to lack of ball handling and the increased necessity to manage the subtleties of the game, which are not her forte. Coach Stephanie White has emphasized the need for players who seamlessly integrate into the team's framework. Unfortunately, Smith's situation is anything but seamless. The Fever finds themselves in a predicament. They drafted Smith with high hopes, envisioning her as a transformative player. However, she has shifted from being a promising asset to more of a liability. Given this dynamic, it's unlikely Coach White will attempt to reshape Smith's fundamental approach to the game. Here's the startling reality. Smith has rapidly transitioned from future franchise leader to potential trade candidate. This dramatic reversal is unprecedented. One moment, she is seen as the face of the future, and the next, she is likely on her way out, especially if the rumored trade involving Sabally materializes. If this trade proceeds, Smith's departure from Indiana is virtually assured. The metaphorical countdown clock on her tenure with the Fever is ticking louder by the moment. Despite everything, Smith's affinity for the Fever remains evident. Her social media still signals her allegiance to the team. Yet, it's conceivable that too much damage has been done, the bridges perhaps irreparably burned. However, as history shows us, sometimes unexpected turnarounds happen. The real question lingering now is whether Smith can reverse her fortunes with the Fever. What are your thoughts? Will she stay, or is she on her way out? Join the discussion below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates as we approach the WNBA trade deadline. Things are heating up. Are you ready for what's next?